Hey everyone, it's Chris with Online Store Help. Some industries and companies are very visual in nature, and having image galleries can be useful in showcasing your product. The best examples are restaurants, but could also include photographers, wedding planners, and others. Today I want to show you the easiest way to set up image galleries on your WordPress website. So this particular plugin is only for WordPress and will not work on, let's say, your Squarespace or Wix website. But given that I do most of my stuff on WordPress, this makes the most sense to me. And the plugin we're going to use is one that is called WP Modula. And Modula is a freemium plugin that has a limited free plugin on the app repository as well as the paid plugin. And I'm going to show you the paid plugin, which is what I own, and the cost is quite low. You have a single site, it's going to cost you $39 a year, so less than $4 a month. And if you're running an agency, for $149 a year, you can actually white label it and have unlimited sites. So to me, it's relatively inexpensive. So what we can see on the test site that I've created is multiple different galleries. So we have one with some hover effects. We have one that is password protected, and we have some others that I've created. These are custom galleries. And then finally, we have one that is actually a lightbox for YouTube will pop up. So you could even use this, for example, on a website where you need to have some video. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and going into the admin. So I'm using this on a WordPress test site, and this is using the Divi theme. The great thing is this plugin works really well with a variety of themes, including the page builders like Divi or Elementor or Beaver Builder or Oxygen or Brizy or others. So it's really quite simple. When you come into the plugins, you're going to go ahead and download, and it has, as you can see right now, I've because I'm on the Pro, I've downloaded a few of the premium extensions for it. So if we come into Modula here, you can see I already have 4 different galleries set up already. But you can also come in here to the extensions, and these are some of the different extensions, including pagination, which is great for an SEO perspective, white label if you're an agency, role management is one that I like. I don't have it turned on here, but this is fantastic for if you're giving customer access, but you don't want to give them too much access, you can. You can turn on Zoom, you can turn on downloads, you can turn in EXIF. So the download and EXIF, if you wanted to make something like Unsplash or Flickr, you can do something similar. You can add watermarks to this. So let's say you have some stuff out there and you want to watermark it. You can password protect the galleries, which I've already showed you, and even right-click protection, advanced shortcodes, speed up, etc., and video. So there's a lot that can be done with this. And but let's go here into our gallery right now and just take a look at, let's say, food 3 is one that I set up here. And you can see these are the different galleries. Now, when you set this up, if you just use the free Creative Gallery is all you have. But Custom Grid is where this becomes really, really useful. And this allows you to do things like this, and it will move things around. You can always do that, and you'll get nice big ones there. Same thing. And you can change up what these galleries look like. So, and then all you have to do is copy the shortcode and put it into your website. So instead of trying to explain all this, why don't we just create a new gallery, and I can show you exactly how this works. So let's go ahead and click into our galleries again, and we're going to create a new gallery. And new test gallery. So you can do 2 things. You can actually drag and drop into here, or if you have them in your library already, you can see I have just a ton of these. Now, these all came from Unsplash. I didn't take these myself, but it's always a great place to get some free stock image to use for things like this. But if we add these to the gallery, you can see this is just kind of what it looks like. And you can click in further. You can add in your alt text. You can add in captioning text. You can add in URLs or filters. And if this is a video URL, you can add, let's say, a YouTube link if you're doing a thumbnail, for example. So we can click out of here. You can see the settings here. So a creative gallery will create it for you. I like this custom grid because then we can do things like this. We do all kinds of funky ways to do it. You can, the gutter is the width in between here. So if I want to do those at 5, you can see the gutter becomes quite a bit smaller. You can change the image size. You can make it random. Lightbox and links. It will open it in a lightbox. You can do it to an attachment page or no link. And the lightbox, you can decide, do you do that on desktop and mobile or just one of the two? And you can see there's a lot of different things. I do not do the image title. You can add in filters. I haven't actually played with the filters yet, but you can create different filters on here if you want to. I don't normally do the captions, but I do hide the title. Social, we can enable social icons, Twitter, Facebook, and we'll make that a nice green, and you'll see what it looks like. You can even play around with your loading effects and your hover effects here. You can see the first page I had here, that first one, this one here is that effect. Let's do the social icons. Right, you can do different effects. We're not using video. You can play around with the style, including the borders and the border colors, and whether you want a shadow on it. Lazy load is fantastic. If you're using something like WP Rocket, you may not need this. I don't have EXIF, I don't have download, I don't have Zoom installed, responsive I don't need to play around with, and we're not going to password protect it. But you can add in any of these at any time. So if I save this gallery, it's going to give us a short code here. So if I just copy this short code here, and this is if you need to create a button or a link, you can use this short code as well. But if I come into here, I'm going to enable my visual builder. I want to add in a new gallery, so let's do a new row here. And I'm just going to use the code button, but you could probably use the text button as well. And if we add that in here, you can see what our new gallery looks like. If we exit the visual builder, save and exit, you can see we now have our gallery here. And just to show you what the password protection looks like, if we type in the password here, we hit submit, this was the password protected gallery that we had. So if you're, let's say, a photographer and you just want to create a gallery specifically for a customer, you could do that as well. And so you can see this is really easy to use, really simple to use, something very simple for your customers to use. And if you want to go ahead and check this out for yourself, I have a link below. I would appreciate it if you use that link so that the creators of this plugin know I sent you over to it. But go ahead and check it out. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.